Hey everyone, welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Okay, so we got a few things going on. Want to definitely start mentioning, of course, the rotation. We've been talking about the rotation for a couple weeks now, but it's really looking like it's underway. And I think right now part of this rotation is buoyed by this infrastructure debate that's going on. The infrastructure debate actually looks like it's progressing, and that there could actually be bipartisanship that gets the deal done, to where Joe Manchin is open to some form of tax reform, where Republicans, at least bipartisan Republicans, are also open to joining in on some form of infrastructure deal. Now, we're missing out on a lot of details, but this is also very, very good, especially for well, not just for the country that we're spending money on some form of infrastructure, but also that shows we can get something done, hopefully, when this package, when we finally get details of this package. And it's significantly smaller than what folks were worried about, which if we were going with something like a $4 trillion package, I think we'd have much more of an inflationary fear than we do now. Now, I feel like we're in this rotating market where we realize, wait a minute, okay, we're not going to be spending to the moon. We have a lot of sectors that are still pretty sold off into pricing from March, April, and May of this year, especially tech, EVs. But we're also seeing this rotation to, hey, wait a minute, if we are going to have some inflation, but we're not going to raise rates super soon, and growth is going to slow down because that's what the Fed is saying. Hey, prices aren't going to go up year after year after year. Maybe our estimates for these rotations or recovery stocks are too high. Maybe it's time to rotate back into something else, like tech and EVs, which benefit from infrastructure deals. So, folks, very optimistic. I've been very, very optimistic about the recovery of tech and EVs since they started falling in February. So let's go ahead and take a look at the market. Let's see what's going on here and see what we got. So crypto's moving a little bit again as well. We'll also talk about this, but specifically, let's take a look at the pre-market. And in the pre-market here, we see that we've got Arrival up 3%, Lordstown Motors up 3.5%, XL Fleet up 7.45%, Tesla's up 2.5%. A lot of vehicle stocks in play here. You've got Luminar up. Here goes Clove again. Look at that move on Clove. Top trending stocks at the moment on Reddit appear to be Clove and Workhorse, as well as honorable mentions for Tesla. Workhorse a little unstable here in the at the start, but up about 1.57%. Definitely seeing that rotation to electric vehicles right now. I think it's potentially. Let me see here. Let's see. I want to see how our solar and energy stocks are doing as well. So let's take a quick look here at Enphase. Here's Etsy up 0.83, but Enphase up almost 2%, 1.76. Let's go look at First Solar and Canadian Solar. They don't give us the darn pre-fill anymore. There we go, FSLR. First Solar up 1.2%. Here's one that's been on a massive, essentially downtrend. You take sort of the bottoms here, you can see this downtrend here since golly, that's almost July of last year. Maybe looking for the start of a breakout here on for solar. Let's look at Canadian Solar. We've got CSIQ. CSIQ on an uptrend since July of last year, a little bit volatile here. But, oh wait, this is not CSIQ. Hold on, CSIQ. Now, Weeble's starting to drive me nuts here with not pre-filling tickers. Here we go. So also on a downtrend, but this one's more in line with tech here. See, here's that February 19th sort of sell-off that we saw across tech. So something else to be paying attention to. Solar space, electric vehicle space, energy space. Look at Luminar, kick butt here in the pre-market though. Hold on a second. Wow, what is happening here at Luminar? There must have been some kind of news at LAZR. Let me go see if I can grab that, LAZR. See what kind of news we've got over here. LAZR, individual news, because it is running pretty large here. Okay, here we go. 2 minutes ago. Next-gen electric Volvo flagship to feature Luminar LiDAR as standard equipment. Okay, wow. So Luminar to be standard on a Volvo's next electric vehicle, and yeah, won't charge extra for electric vehicles with LiDAR. That's a mover. Wow. I mean, that's really good for Luminar here. Clearly an optimistic move here by the LiDAR play. Let's go see how they've been trading here. Been on a pretty significant downtrend since really exploding earlier this year, end of last year. Nice downtrend here. We do have a slight uptrend here recently, but it's almost got a wedge pattern here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this could be a breakout catalyst. I mean, that's amazing. Let me look at their financials quickly and just give you a quick heads up on their financials. So Luminar coming in strong. Jobless claims, by the way, while I pull up the financials here for Luminar, jobless claims coming in at 411,000 versus 380 expected. So revenue for Luminar right now is projected to be $27 million in 2021. With negative earnings. Same thing for 2022, except slightly more revenue at about 37.5. So a Volvo contract here should do well to move the fundamentals here pretty nicely. Right now, if I go to Wall Street's present estimates of about 54 cents of earnings in 2025, 22 divided by 55, 54. We're trading for about 41 times 2025 earnings. That's going to change a little bit now, though, with a nice boost here of about 11%. Looks like we are stabilizing here. You kind of see that volume coming in and solidifying here. Sometimes, though, a move like this could be just enough that you get Reddit or Wall Street bets over it, and then you push it even further. So we'll keep an eye on this one. So Clover here also starting to run here. It's kind of interesting, right at 6 a.m. I really think people set their alarm clocks for like 30 minutes before. And yeah, tick, 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 tick. Right? So pretty incredible here. Broader EV movement, though. So pretty much all of the EVs up right now. You've got Hut 8 mining up as well, as we do have a crypto recovery. Let's take a peek here. Look at this. We yesterday we fell below our 32.9 line briefly. We had a slight uptrend on what you could call as a double bottom here on the 30-minute chart. Rotated right back up to roughly 34, bobbing around 34 to 33.8 right now on BTC. Great for the other cryptos. Obviously, Dogecoin goes up with this. Ethereum goes up with this. Probably also worth mentioning. Oh yeah, Beyond Meat. Let's go to CoinMarketCap here. Worth mentioning here that we have Cardano. Look at that. Cardano now almost 30 cents above what we bought. Actually, for some of you, is more than 30% above. But for those of you in the Stocks and Psychology and Money group, we picked this thing up at 104 to 107. We timed that together. So good job to any of those of you who are in Cardano. So a good recovery here, good time of the bottom. Doesn't mean there won't be another bottom in the future, but hey, that'll be another buying opportunity. So Hut 8 mining up nicely here, 5% on Hut 8. Let's take a peek here. So this is our day chart here on Hut 8. You could really see the pain of Hut 8 really beginning right around here. Coinbase IPO, this sort of trend down. Almost straight down to it's around 330 support right now, sitting at about 3.6, slightly up in the after hours. Well, 5%, it's pretty good. Lordstown Motors coming back from the dead. Let's take a look at Tesla slightly here. Look at this. Pretty incredible moves here by Tesla. Looks like we're going to hit our 667 resistance right now. Oh, never mind. We did break through that already in the after hours chart here. We are at 674 now, which should, if we stabilize at 674, and we break this resistance line now and it becomes a support line, it wouldn't surprise me to see us be back over 7 pretty quickly again. Previously we ran for about a day to just over 777. We hit 770 pretty quickly, but we did have a pretty funnish funnish May here. But then again, most of May was very, very difficult for technology companies. It was difficult for EV companies. It was difficult for a lot of growth companies. In fact, if you go down, you'll see that most of the companies we track were pretty low, right around May 13th, which I plowed a ton of money into stocks on May 13th. 420 and May 13th were the days I made some big some of the bigger, big recent moves, which this was unfortunate on the Tesla chart, 420. Wish I kind of waited over here, but then again, when you zoom out, it certainly felt like a discount here. We did a lot of buying in March. I did an options transfer is really what I did on 420 on Tesla. So what I did is I took shares I had and I rotated shares, paid off margin, and rotated them into options. So it wasn't really like an add to position here. It was more of an establish options. Of course, you wish you would establish your options here, but oh well. So, but that's okay because again, I was going from shares to options. So it's not like I was adding heavily in April. March, okay, let's see here. Rite Aid all of a sudden giving up about 12.83%. That's a weird for Rite Aid. Why is Rite Aid all of a sudden getting burned here? This looks like a potential. No, this was in the AM. This was right at open here. So something must have come out at Rite Aid. I'm going to take a quick peek here just to see news. Rite Aid. Rite Aid Corporation getting wrecked overnight here. Let's see what the news is. Okay, so news. Rite Aid drops after forecasting fiscal 22 loss. Whoa. COVID-19 vaccine boosts Rite Aid sales. Now they're forecasting a loss in 2022. I'm telling you that you got to be very, very, very careful with the recovery plays right now. The recovery plays are, in my opinion, priced to perfection. And I think they're going to get whacked because of these high expectations for companies that are not growth companies. People are like, oh, they're value companies. Yeah, right. They're value traps or potentially value traps. So you be careful on your choices for the recoveries. And that's a continuation of the rotation that we're seeing here. Massive buys from me in February, March, and May on EVs, tech, and it's been rough. It's been a rough ride because we've been really feeling those bottoms. But you stay true to the course of buying the dip, and today, yesterday and today are the days that you get to cheer those moves. So really good. Surprisingly, not a lot of red in the pre-market. We have less than a page of red in the pre-market here. Pretty powerful for what's it called? The movement here. That is powerful moves to the upside. Not a lot of down, which is incredible, especially with inflation concerns. But I think people are beginning to believe the Fed again. People are, I understand that Rite Aid has been in free fall since 2015. This is why I would have never bought into Rite Aid, and I never did in the first place. But the point is, the COVID vaccine led to so much euphoria for value recovery stocks that personally I feel like some of these are excessively overvalued. I can't help but think that Nordstrom, certainly wasn't worth in the 40s, in my opinion. I even think 35 is too high for this company. I think this is a $25 stock. That doesn't mean it has to align with my belief. Ultimately, what's going to happen is you get a push up into technology stocks, electric vehicle stocks. You start seeing multiple compression in the technology and EV stocks, which basically means people are paying more for less earnings in the future. And then you end up getting, because we do have more money in society now, you do end up getting inflated values at value stocks, potentially value stocks with an asterisk, value trap stocks. And maybe their baseline, instead of being $25, is $30 for something like Nordstrom. Maybe. And that could be a direct result of the money printing. But in my opinion, I would just be very cautious going into the second half of this year with too many recovery. If you are heavy on recovery, I think look, it's like the rotation that happened here in tech. You look at the tech rotation, you're over here at $900. It's like, hey, we're rotating out of tech. It is what it is. But it would be silly to think that, rotations don't happen to other industries as well. And so, hey, maybe that means recovery stocks are due for a rotation over the next 6 months, which I believe I would be away from them. I could be wrong. What else? Okay, so Rite Aid. It's painful for Rite Aid, but we'll see how this moves. Ocugen falling a bit here as well. Beyond Meat down 2%. We're talking about shorting this thing yesterday. Website traffic getting killed, which isn't the only metric that you want to use, but it's something to pay attention to. AMC still kind of, let's see how our volume is here. It's a little bit on a volume decline here. This was a volume chart that we drew, so let's get rid of that. We don't need that here. It's going to be confusing. There we go. So still got that volume crush happening on AMC, and it's really, really good that we are stable between the channel of 51 to 61 on AMC. In my opinion, as long as while it's setting up for another potential move to the upside catalyst, if that's what's coming, stay within the channel. That's great. There are plenty of things we can do to make profit in a particular channel. So specifically options. We'll talk more about those. But golly, okay. Let's tell you what else we have here. Yes, Bank of England. It's worth noting this, at least I believe. But there's fear that, there's going to be all this inflation. Bank of England's going to raise rates really soon. Bank of England, slightly different. One's a company, one is a central bank. Take a look at this. Bank of England says, financial markets measures of inflation expectations suggest that near-term strength in inflation is expected to be transitory. It's almost like they're taking a play right out of the Federal Reserve book and indicating virtually the same thing here as the Federal Reserve. Spare capacity in the economy was expected to be eliminated as activity picked back up, but there was expected to be a temporary period of excess demand, the Bank of England said. As these transitory effects faded, conditioned on the market path for interest rates, inflation was expected to return to around 2% in the medium term. Was and is. Bank staff revised up their expectations for GDP growth in the second quarter. Policymakers are due to revise inflation expectations in August. The latest outlook published last month suggested a sharp recovery in the second half of the year, leading inflation to peak around 2.5% at the end of this year. The latest reading for May was around 2.1%, above the expectations. So above expectations, very, very, very similar to the Fed, but still believe that inflation will be transitory. It's pretty much the same story we're getting out of China too. China, in my opinion, is a very, very good example. Carnival Cruise Lines ended Q2 with sufficient liquidity to return to full cruise operations. That's great. But that could be a mover here on CCL. Let's see here. Not really. Bank of or rather China. Consider China when you're thinking about inflation. Realize that inflation is or has already peaked in China and is rotating to the downside. That's very, very big. Or at least they expect it to begin rotating to the downside here within the next month or two, which China, they're about a quarter ahead of us. And being a quarter ahead of us is very, very good because it gives us a heads up. Looks like Federal Reserve Barkin just stated that he expects inflation surge to ease in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, stack this up, folks. China is saying inflation's falling. Bank of England saying, hey, it's going to peak and then it's going to fall. The Federal Reserve saying it's going to peak and then it's going to fall. Sure, short term, it's been a little higher than expected, but long run, this is temporary. It's slowing down. And that's really good for this rotation we're seeing to growth. Very, very excited about that. And that's why I'm all in. So it's great news. All right, what else here? You've got Walgreens only following Rite Aid down about 1.5% here. Shift sitting at 885, relatively flat here, down about 0.25%. Whirlpool. Here's a stock that has just been killing it, or had been killing it after their last earnings. Yeah, look at that. See, here's their last earnings right here. Boom, an explosion. But look at this collapse, this glorious collapse in Whirlpool here. And in my opinion, this is squarely because these earnings right here, and this is what you got. This is exactly why you gotta be so careful about some of the recoveries and the industrials. You gotta be careful, okay? Why? Why do you have to be careful? Because the earnings that we've been having for companies like Whirlpool are dramatically inflated and they're not going to last. That's not trying to be mean. It's not trying to be fuddish for these companies. It's a fact. Like, you're not going to sell at the same prices with the same demand next year as this year. Whereas tech or consumer discretionaries or online retail in general will probably sell more next year than it did this year. And so that's why, in part, we're seeing a rotation. Like, refrigerator prices can only go up so long. And then they stop growing. And that's a bit of what we're seeing right now. Slight momentary pullback here on Bitcoin. Makes I see some comments here, some folks saying, hey, is this a bull trap here for Bitcoin forming? It's hard to say. I think this weekend is going to be very, very telling. Whirlpool looks like the stock got sucked into a whirlpool. I have some gunpowder for an options trade. Maybe expirations this Friday or next. Any ideas? Sell covered calls on things that are channeling. Or buy something really far out of the money as your coverage. All right, so what else? We've got a Sundial 5%, Bed Bath, some momentum here at Bed Bath. Both Clove and Luminar losing a little bit of their push here. Penn National Gaming and DraftKings, bullish on these guys, and they've really been just toileted here for a while. But I don't have any investments in either of them right now, but I am watching them very closely. Peloton almost back to 118. Super exciting. Yeah, Workhorse dancing a little bit at about 2.7%. Trying to rally here. It looks like into the open. The open's about 7 minutes away. Let's go ahead and see what Jim Cramer's up to.
It's true. And here we're speaking about salad dressing just okay. We're speaking about trash bags, kitty litter. But most importantly, David, there is just kind of a overall higher cost, okay, because of the different products they make, and price wars. And they have these supplements that are not
boring. Oh, Dave, who cares about dividends? Take your dividend talk out of here. No, seriously, I think for most people watching this channel, people are trying to build their wealth. Dividends are a waste of time. Complete waste. Why? But look, let me ask you this. And somebody's like, hey, here's $100. Go invest. And it's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll go invest in these 3% dividend stocks. You're forsaking growth. You're probably comparing to growth over the last 8 months going, oh, well, but it grew over the last 8 months. Good luck with that continuing on the larger div stocks. And then on top of that, you're paying taxes on your dividends. when you could just be invested in growth and not paying those taxes. So you'd actually have more. Dividends are great when you want to retire. Like if I wanted to retire tomorrow, I would just literally, here's exactly the playbook, okay? Here's what I do. If that's your point, Dave, then we're on the same page. What I would do is I would literally dump all of my real estate, and you got some juicy freaking prices right now. I dump my real estate. I dump a quarter of my stocks because they're a lot of them very concentrated into tech and EV and growth. And then I take all my real estate money and a quarter of the stock money, and I throw it all into dividend stocks, and I'd sit there and just retire. That's exactly what I would do. And then I'd just get passive income for days. But how did I get there? I did not get there investing in dividend stocks. You get there investing in growth and wedge deals in real estate, which obviously I teach in an insane amount of detail in the real estate investing course. Linked below, right next to the link to the 40% off coupon code expiring in 6 days, and the link to the Stocks and Psychology of Money program. But y'all have heard this before. Y'all already know this. I need a different plug. Does anybody have another plug we can use? We were getting ready for the opening bell here. Excited to. Okay, let's plan to look at some positions here. Okay, so what are we going to look at for the opening bell? I want to look at AMC's a little sideways, but we'll probably take a peek at AMC. I want to take a look at Clove. I want to take a look at Workhorse. A little more interested in Workhorse than Clove because I believe that we have an EV rotation here, and it could be early. In fact, the EV rotation could be the catalyst for Workhorse to go to the moon. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do not have a position in Workhorse right now, so maybe that's wrong. Yeah. All right. So what else do we have here? We have oh yeah, let's go. Give me 1 second here. Oh yeah. Okay, so I do want to make it very clear though, in my opinion, and I strongly believe this as we get ready for the opening here, strongly believe this, the rotation to, oops, wrong thing, there we go. The rotation to tech and growth is one I think that is not going to be straight up. It could be, you never know. I think it's going to be one that is very volatile, as it has been the last 3-4 months. But I strongly believe that between now and the end of this year, we've got a pretty juicy setup for some beautiful gains on tech and EV. And I think that is, and this is what we've been saying this on the live streams, we've been saying it in the courses over and over again. And it was painful. It was painful saying it. But in February, March, April, and May, over and over and over again, I would say we're going to look back in a year and go, dang, I wish I bought more tech and EV during these months. I plowed out almost everything I got in. So it's been something else. So I'm obviously very happy about where we stand with the rotation now, and I hope it continues. But I do expect it to go through volatility. So I don't want to come across as saying, hey, like it's going to be a straight rocket ship to the moon. I do think there's going to be some balancing that you need to do in the expectations. So be careful with that. Although if anytime you are at the beginning of the rotation, as much as I don't like buying on green, sometimes too, if the rotation continues and you get like a 21-day burst on Tesla stock, and then it's like, well, should have been in the play a little bit earlier, but hey, hindsight is 20/20. Right now, always remember when you're thinking about investing, always think about what's the best move you can make going forward. All right, we have 1 minute to the opening, and this is the perfect time for me to mention that this video is sponsored by Public.com, an investing app where you can buy and sell stocks, follow investors, and share ideas. Public is the best place to invest if you want to follow other users' portfolios, including people like myself or Graham. You can follow me at @Kevin on the app. Public doesn't sell our data or information to third parties, and They basically don't pull what some of the other guys do where they sell you info. And they don't use payment for order flow, which is kind of cool. Talk to your or take your portfolio or consider taking it over to public.com. Check it out. And yeah, make sure you go to public.com/meetkevin, follow me, and receive a totally free stock for signing up at Public. So if you've already signed up for a free stock at Webull or 2 free stocks at Webull, consider getting your free stock at Public by going to public.com/meetkevin or the link down below. All right, let's get ready for the opening bell and let's see exactly what's happening with our sticks. I'm going to turn the volume on from CNBC and we're going to go to Workhorse and let's watch the sticks.
One thing you're not allowed to do is, here's the deal. You're not allowed. These companies are telling me that what JP Morgan's doing is not allowed. Not true.
Man.
I don't know. I remember Disney used to say you can't have an earring.
All right, so looking at the 1 minutes here, we are red on Workhorse. I'm watching Workhorse. How red are we going to go here? I would considering a maybe a dip buy here. Certainly not 100%. I don't know. Let's go with okay. I want to see also Clove trading down slightly. How's Tesla reacting? No, that's not Tesla. Tesla. I think some of my keys are just stuck. Okay. How are we doing, Workhorse? Watching Workhorse. Still red on EVs. Red on EVs at the open right across. It's obviously slight here. I'm going to go ahead and also pull up. Okay, yeah, it's getting larger reds over here. Let's go ahead and also look at TradingView here on Tesla. Let's see how our open is. Vacillating at the open is very, very normal. We get this all the time. Let's go to the 1 minute chart here. Okay, 1 minute chart here. We've got, yeah, strong movement to the downside. That's not uncommon. We're dropping into reversal bands at Tesla. And let's go ahead and also grab DraftKings moving up. Workhorse. There's Workhorse moving up now. Let's see. Yeah, strong. See, it's always that first minute. It's always the first minute. There it is. Well, there you go. That Tesla's still rotating to the downside, though. So this is an interesting balance. See Workhorse moving, Tesla not. I'm pretty tempted to go in on Workhorse again. I'm trying to see how other things are going. Okay, Walgreens going down another 2%. That doesn't surprise me after the Rite Aid. Is Tesla, Tesla opened about 676 as a high, sitting about 670 right now. This could pull down work, though. That's why I'm watching this. Look at that. You got Go EV here as well. Let's go ahead and get rid of Tesla here. Let's look at Go EV. Go EV also rotating down here. We've got Laser rotating down. Okay, all right. That's not as juicy. Look, even Clove is rotating down. All right. Interesting. I'm going to wait with that shotgun, so to speak. Oh, Tesla's bobbing. AMC. AMC also moving down slightly here. Square moving. Square's so great. Got some big positions. Oh, yes. Good for Square. I'm pretty happy with my Square position. Pretty happy here. How's the C3 AI? We were talking about C3 a lot yesterday. C3 AI. Doing nothing as usual. Okay. Workhorse. Yeah, it's not as strong of a day here as the open implied. Yeah, look at that. Some of the big numbers here. Hold on a second here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Property Solutions SPAC moving. Well, no. That was from yesterday. There we go. Yeah, Luminar's trying to hold up as much as it can. Li Auto moving here. Lyft. Let's go see if we can get... No. Nice glitch there. That was a nice update. Let's see. Where's Neo? Yeah, Neo also rotating down. The car is just not giving it up a little bit here at the beginning. We did anticipate that there could always be volatility off the first minute, but and that's what I always like waiting for to see. But right now, we're seeing a little bit of a softening here on the vehicle push. Keeping an eye on this. Let's see, lot of movement here. Rite Aid, Beyond Meat, our Arcimoto rotating to the downside. Bobbing a little bit. So too little volume here. Canoe down 1.2. Ford Motor down. Simon down. Okay. Let's try to get a read here on what's going on. Trade Desk killing it again. Made an investment in a Trade Desk in May. Bottom of the market in May when we did a bunch of buying. Yeah, huge amount of buying we did in May. We filmed that in the. I think we spent, what was it, 400 or 500K together on M1 Finance, just individually picking stocks right before the trade window. But anyway, Churchill Capital, 2.4% here to the upside. Let's see how the Churchill sticks are looking. Oops, let's go CCIV here. Still to the downside on Workhorse. Churchill Capital, yeah, okay. It's a Weeble. It's like a second behind here or something like that. Very interesting. FRX, yeah, Beachbody, sitting at 1056 here. Pretty low volume right now. You've got the Lemonade back to 110. I mean, that's incredible. Not seeing a big momentum push here today. At least not on these that we're watching. Let's see if Clove's going to break out again. Let's go AMC for a moment. Okay, AMC's trying to move. How's Etsy? Sundial and Etsy? Let's look at Etsy. Etsy's a great one. Not ET. I swear I'm pushing all the buttons that I need to, but I see. It's lagging a little bit on the okay there. There we go. How's Palantir? Palantir. And also, everything kind of rotated down a little bit off the opening there. Interesting open. Let's go ahead and take a listen into Kramer just for a moment.
Momentum, you can make arguments. That said, you also may be in a position to hire better people because you need to give them flexibility, and that's what they want. And different industries, although we talk financial services, has certain needs. They feel they're very important about culture. Other industries don't feel quite as the same.
Well, I think at the investment banking level or one of these big firms, there's mentoring. Like I remember when I was a young kid, I went down to buy a piece of junk paper.
Changing the channel on you. We're going to Barnes. See what Barnes has to say.
Sports gambling, going mobile.
But data and also
sports
AI,
gambling.
I mean, those are probably the themes for the future.
Sure are.
Yeah.
Susan, good stuff. Thanks very much. Now then, it is clear that crime is indeed surging in our big cities. I'm going to put some numbers on the screen. I'll give you time to read them through because that is a surge in crime in major cities of major proportions.
Okay. Let's go back to stocks then. It's interesting Varney topic here. Hey, Luminar coming back. Look at that. Luminar running. There we go. And how's Skills been doing? There goes Luminar. That's great. How's Skills been doing? Oh, Skills today. Ooh, Skills gonna get a run here. Hold on a second. Let's look at short interest quickly on Skills. Okay, give me one sec. Apps. Yeah, let's check this out. Skills and Ortex. We can do both Ortex and the Bloomberg. All right, 1 second. And we'll get both up. I do want to mention, though, I should say reiterate that I'm a strong believer in our rotation here. Even though it's a little bit of a softer morning than we expected based on the opening numbers, I am very, very bullish on the rotation for the long run here towards tech growth. Share utilization sitting at 96.61%, down from 99%, sitting at about 21% float on Skills. Let's look at S3 suggesting that Skills is sitting at 27.93. Grab AMC quickly and Workhorse down again, 12.2%. And Workhorse sitting slightly up at 45. AMC. AMC, we are sitting at utilization of 86.89. Yep, rotated down again on short interest again. All right. Yeah, there goes Luminar, still kicking butt on the right. And we could throw the average candlesticks here as well, just so they look similar. There we go. Yeah, Skills and Luminar. These guys move. But look at Trade Desk. Oh, my gosh. This is unreal. Trade Desk. Oh, gosh, you guys are killing it. That's funny. This is one we bought. Oh, wow. Now I wish I bought more. That's so funny. Yeah, we were looking at this. I mean, it's just now. Today, it is breaking out of the channel. Oh, that's very bullish for Trade Desk. Oh, that's really good. What's their I want to look at what their forward valuation is. Oh, man, Trade Desk. Okay, let me quickly look this up. So, Trade Desk TTD is, this will just take a second. Trade Desk is another, I mean, honestly, one of the nice things about Trade Desk is you are diversifying into something that's not like EV or directly related to certain technologies. It's advertising. And so we are, what are we at now? $70 divided by 1.67. Oops. Here we go. 1.6. It is trading for 42 times forward. Juicy. I mean, it's less than Tesla. And it's about as much as NVIDIA is trading for now. NVIDIA has been killing it, though. Oh, did they finally do their split? NVIDIA, still no. Still not reflecting their split. And still skyrocketing, basically. That's incredible. Wow. All right, let's look at AMC here for a moment. Okay, AMC, Bob, and I mean, AMC is just playing the flat game. All right, let's look at TradingView here. TradingView on, yeah, Workhorse just, look at it. It's in the lower reversal bounds right now. Yeah, Tesla's more stable. So Workhorse could pop up, but it does look like volume's declining on Work. We've got Clove just got a sell suggestion here as it hit the upper river. Then we've got C3AI, nothing to see here. What else are we looking at? Let's grab AMC really quick. AMC, and how about Neo? No, nothing to see here. Let me look at the bands. No. Neo. But Neo, once it's at 45, that's just my number for Neo. It's at 46 right now. Doing good. Strong movement, but no indication on buy sell here. Still rotating down here. Reversal band's now expanding on Workhorse. We're going to keep an eye on Workhorse here. Wish is destroyed, says somebody. No way. Wish. Wish. How are they doing today? Let's see. Overall, wish. Where are you? There it is. It's destroyed with 2.5%. Come on, get out of here. Oh man. All right. What else? What else do we have here? We've got Viacom Compass. Hold on a sec. Let's look at this for a moment.
Viacom CBS, some of the content going online, streaming on Peacock instead. Viacom CBS, Sherry, Redstone said, we're not that interested. Also, what do you think about the antitrust part? Because if you tie up CBS with NBC, do you think people are going to allow two of these broadcast networks to come together? In the future,
they're both on the left, and the administration would cheer them on.
But I mean, that would be like free to cable. What is that? Free to watch type of broadcast networks coming together. Two of them merging. I think there would be a lot of discussions about that from the top regulatory bodies. Also, Roku. The distribution channel, right? The hardware.
Big Kathy Wood should I buy? Roku or Viacom CBS? Which is the most likely?
I love the intrigue of discussions and who's going to tie up with who.
So you're not going to tell me?
Well, Roku possibly as a distribution network, but then you have Comcast building out their own set-top boxes as well with the Xfinity system. That might be something better for them as an international content play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we leave it at that?
Should we? But
Before
Roku,
you give me a definitive answer.
Look, it's. I think what you have to understand is that in media, everybody's talking to everybody. There will be deals in the future. I think in 5 years, the landscape is going to look very different from what it looks like right now.
Yeah, and I want to know how I can cash in on it now so they look a lot better in 5 years' time.
Well, look at the stock moves.
So shall I buy Roku or shall I buy Viacom CBS? I don't know, whatever. All right. Right, let's have a look at this one. A new Fox poll, and it shows 83% of us, ordinary people, we are concerned about inflation. 83%. John Lonsky is with us. Now, he's an economist. All right,
I want to
John.
hear this.
Look, ordinary people can look around, whether it's gas, food, or whatever, and prices are going up. The Fed thinks it's just temporary. It'll go away. Where do you stand?
Well, I think temporary might be a little bit longer than most currently anticipate. I think that these elevated rates of inflation will be with us well into 2022. You know, we're coming off of that COVID-19 recession. There was a great buildup of pent-up demand and a high personal savings rate. We now have a cash held by households exceeding what is normal by between $2.5 and $3 trillion. That money will be spent, and as that money is spent, that's going to put upward pressure on prices.
Did you say $2.5 to $3 trillion?
That is exactly right. That's exactly right.
Then,
we just came off a year where the personal savings rate exceeded what again is normal by about 1.5 to 2 trillion. So that's part of the equation. The other thing to keep in mind is that we have this buildup in the equity market, great equity market rally, home price appreciation. Believe it or not, Stuart, this is mind-boggling. The market value of U.S. household net worth is now
we can't hear you real well. It sounds like you're in a cave, but let me get to this real fast.
Oh,
it sounds to me like you're laying out the stage here for the biggest surge in consumer spending in generations. Is that what you're saying?
That is exactly right. You know, the view right now is that real consumer spending in 2021 will grow by just under 8%. That's the fastest rate of growth since the 12.4%, 1946, just after World War II. That, again, followed a very high personal savings rate and an even greater buildup of pent-up demand.
A lot of money out there. John, thank you very much indeed. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
So thinks more inflation because of basically a massive spending. I personally, I don't know about that. Like I've regularly said, I think we're going into this sort of frugal-esque decade, and you know we'll see about that one. That's frugal-esque decade would sort of imply that. Let's go jump back over here. That we're not going to see that kind of spending and that kind of inflation. So I don't know. You know, I feel like it's getting a little old to hear people come on Fox or CNBC and over and over again go, "Oh wow, we're going to have, you know, massive inflation coming." Oh, okay, never heard that one before. All right, let's see here. So AMC dipping a tiny little bit here. Give let's see who's Kramer talking to, and then we're going to go back to Sticks here.
Their execution straight in order to be able to stay your prominent carrier.
Well, yes and no. I mean, as a practical matter, Jim, we are partnered with Boeing for a long time, just given the fact that we have 700, we're headed to 750 airplanes in our fleet. And those airplanes will be in our fleet for a generation. So we need Boeing to execute. We need them to be a strong partner. The 737, despite some of their missteps over the last several years, the Boeing 737 is still the most successful commercial airliner in history. So I believe in Boeing. I believe that they have every incentive to improve. And the 737-8 airplane is a fantastic airplane. So yes, I do think there's room for improvement, but
Right.
again, I
I'm
have
going to
every
go ahead and back off this here. Boeing. I do wonder how Boeing's been. Let's see here. BA Boeing. I mean, they had such an incredible recovery here from last year, but I'm going to go look at just the last few months here. So, wow, the thing almost ran up to 300. That's incredible. That is incredible. All right. So, and what's this breaking news? Hold on. BuzzFeed to go public? What?
The deal would provide more capital to continue to pursue that path. BuzzFeed CEO Jonah Peretti will join us during Tech Check at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The pipeline, guys, whether it's SPAC or not, Krispy Kreme, BuzzFeed, Sweet Green. Today, Musk talking about one day bringing Starlink to market.
There's, I mean, the IPO pipeline, where, as you say, SPACs are back, by the way,
Right.
not quite at the torrid pace that we saw earlier in the year, but healthy, if you want to call it healthy.
If you have a losing,
and IPOs, straight IPOs are also
if you have a
very
company that's
strong.
losing a lot of money, can you just do a SPAC and project the 2026?
Yeah, if you have great growth possibilities for 2024, 25, 26, sure.
Well, you and all three of us could just dream up a company right now. Okay.
You got any good ideas?
Yeah. How
Okay.
about corn milk?
Corn milk.
Yeah. I had corn mezcal last night. It was awful, but corn milk. And let's just bring it public.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just bring it public.
I think
We'll call it
25 is
favorite
going to
milk.
be a huge year. It's going to be our inflection year for corn milk.
Okay. The Nvidia split is a month from now. Thanks. Okay, I always thought it was here in June. It's actually July 20th is when the Nvidia is split is. Okay. See, that's awesome. Good for them. All right. So look at this. We've got going back to the sticks here for a moment. You've got Torchlight moving again here. Remember, today is that day of the special dividend. So you've potentially got folks running in on hope of the special dividend today. Tomorrow you've got a merger. So you've got very, very exciting news over the next 2 days for Torch. It could, it's something to keep an eye on. Much like what we saw on a Tuesday, Wednesday, wouldn't be surprised to see some pretty strong price volatility and possibly even price falling going into next week. We'll see, though. The next 2 days could be very good. We'll see. All right. Rite Aid now down about, what do we sit here? 14.15%. It's almost straight down from its pre-market and sort of continuing its acceleration to the downside here. Let's go take a peek at Kryptos as well. Crypto right now sitting at, it's bouncing here. It's not rotating down at the moment. It's sitting 33.9 on the 30-minute here. Here's the 5-minute. Good. Lemonade up another 3.6. Amazing. Let's go take a peek at AMC. AMC, we have, so look at Skills moving again. AMC down about 1%. Skills moving. This is all on the 5-minute here. Skills really doing nicely here. Let's look at Skills here again. Yeah, 5.18% on Skills, continuing to move up. XL Fleet, here are the autos again. Very, very good. Oh, Tesla's continuing to move. Let's go. That's freaking awesome. Tesla continuing to move here. Tesla now sitting at, we are up 3%. Knock on wood. See how that continues to evolve. We have, let's see here. Okay, cool. So then we have, let's look at others here. XL Fleet, golly, I remember when Jim Cramer, he pitched it at $20 and then said he didn't like it at $8. You're killing me, Jim. You're killing me. Maybe it's because you had him on your show. I don't know. Trade Desk continues its surge. What is the short interest at Trade Desk? It can't be that much. Oops. Where do we want to go? We want to go to here. Blackout. That's what I wanted. TTD. All right. All right. Nothing. It's like not short at all. You know what it is you're getting a rotation, a growth rotation. And that's why you're getting this breakout on trade desk. It's a growth rotation. It's a phenomenal way to diversify for growth without being too overly exposed specifically to tech or to EVs. You've got the same thing with Lemonade. Like if you want to be exposed to growth, you look at something like Lemonade, and hey, now look, you want insurance growth? Here's Lemonade. You want advertising growth? Trade Desk. You want EV growth? Tesla, Neo, Enphase, or Tesla Neo, CCIV, right? Xpeng. You want energy growth? You go into Enphase. Maybe some of the solar companies as well. Like there are a lot of different kinds of growth that you can pick, and you can diversify well within them. It doesn't all have to be EV. You've got fintech like Square. And so some beautiful, beautiful opportunities here. Yeah, Square sitting at 3%, absolutely wonderful. We've got Redfin, another style of real estate growth. How's Upstart? Upstart kind of coming back again. Arcimoto down slightly here. Rite Aid 14%. Beyond Meat, man, too bad I couldn't buy those puts yesterday on Beyond Meat. Down another 3%. We were talking about that yesterday. I don't know. I'm still tempted. I think their next earnings are gonna suck. I hate making bets against companies. If you went out here to, September, and you just bought something in the money, I don't know. You bought the let's see. I don't know. What's the pricing like on these? $20. Oh my gosh. $20 for the 150 puts. I don't know. It's a lot. No. All right. It's especially in a growth environment, as much as I might not like Beyond, I think in a growth environment, even though I think its revs are going to go in the toilet here in this next quarter, I don't know that it makes sense. Especially on Trade Desk, 10%. Woo! Wow. Trade Desk just killing it right now. I mean, this is a perfect sign of that rotation to growth here. Tesla now 3.5%. It's still running. Oh my gosh. It keeps going. Oh, very, very exciting. Hey, Tesla hasn't been on Wall Street Bets in a while, and now it is. Not saying that Wall Street Bets is exactly what's moving Tesla, but it certainly doesn't hurt. Dogecoin, Bitcoin still sitting at that 34 level. And here's the other thing to keep in mind. The more we see a run in the technology space, the more I think we're going to see a run over here in crypto come back. You got to picture it like cycles like this, in my opinion. Okay, this is just how I invest. So, do something like this, and then watch this. So you go, okay, so here's your tech cycle, right? Call this right here 215, okay? And then maybe, hopefully, that's now, right? And right here is May 13th, something like that. Let's say you got something like this, right? Okay, the crypto cycle could be something like, let's see, April, the peak would have been here, April 13th. And so I would draw something more like this, right? And in other words, as you get a recovery in tech, you potentially get close to a bottom in crypto, and then eventually you get that recovery coming back to crypto as well. This is generally how I believe. And then out, like, you could overlay many things over this. For example, I believe that recovery stocks will probably, in my opinion, see, I think they've been on a little bit of a wider cycle, but like if I were going to use this to kind of draw recovery stocks, I'd probably draw something like this, and then you get the cycle later, starting to see kind of some of those inflections to the downside, something like that. See, drawings. It's all about the cycles. But this is a good way, in my opinion, to visualize the cycles. All right. Let's see what else we got. Lumina kicking butt on that deal with Volkswagen. Beyond Me rotating down more. AMC rotating down more, 2.9% here. We did, if you have not seen yet, if you are a course member, I did send out an alert regarding AMC in the Stocks and Psychology of Money group. So take a peek at that. Yep. Let me see here. There we go. Yep. Okay, good. So, and that is in short-term trades. I did post an alert about an options play in Stocks and Psychology of Money on AMC. We're going to watch AMC very carefully because of that. We've got Enphase down 1.63%. Little, this, honestly, here's the thing. Enphase, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to buy a little bit right now on that tiny little dip we got here. Let's go. Let's add some more. There we go. I just did it. Just added 15K. So I'm going to send out a quick long alert. But yeah, so I sent out, I did a short-term trade on AMC that I sent out to those of you in Stocks and Psychology of Money. But obviously, if you are in this live stream and you're not in the course, you just saw me add 15 long. Added 15K to. All right. Enphase, here's the thing. Enphase is another one of those that is going to have this massive, in my opinion, massive success after we start getting inflation going away and we get rid of the microchip shortage. Very, very important, especially for their microinverters. Super, super important. So, yeah, super important. Okay, a little bit of a pull down here. Let's in. It feels like in some more. I mean, we certainly have a little bit more red than we did earlier. Some recovery here. Workhorse. Workhorse. What happened to Workhorse? It went red. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Workhorse. Yeah, look at that. Workhorse kind of bouncing off the bottom here. Just a little bit. There was a lot more excitement for the EVs this morning, but momentum is just getting hurt a bit today. It's tech. It's all tech today. I mean, Trade Desk, 10%. We talked about my thoughts on Torch for the next 2 days. These are very euphoric catalysts the next 2 days. And so late Friday and Monday, you want to be very careful. Square is moving very nicely at 322. You've got Redfin sitting at $61. Invitae, Tattooed Chef. Tattooed Chef trades with tech. It's crazy, but it trades with tech. It's something to keep in mind. Yeah. Somebody says, I'm waiting for your 4th of July holiday coupon to join the Stocks and Psychology Money group. Here's the thing. Like, I remember last time before Black Friday, it was like September, be like, oh, I'll wait for the Black Friday one. And it's like, you realize that every time there's a new coupon code, the price goes up. So, like, the pricing on the courses, I can draw it for you since the last 2.5 years that I've had them. And it's because I keep adding new value to them. I mean, the first people who bought the courses, they weren't even promised daily live streams for a minimum of 3 months now. But the price on the courses have done this and more recently that. This because of inflation. So, you got to respect the inflation that's happening. All right, what else? No. Arcimoto down 3.5% here. Wish falling here. Having a little bit of a struggle. I'm not optimistic about the Wish sales at all. I think their sales are going to be devastating. Oh, look at them. This is also a little bit bearish here because we didn't get back to a 15. We're sitting more at a 1450 as a top. So you're kind of getting these potential. I mean, certainly have a double top in volume here. Look at this, top in volume, top in pricing, but it's declining. Yeah. I mean, I never want to see anybody lose money. I'm just going to be very cautious here. End phase, I'm going to watch. Okay. This is the day chart, of course. Okay, so we're going to watch end phase here. It's right around where we added to it. Somewhere around here. And maybe like right there, 167. I don't know what it went through. I don't know that it really matters. Buck here or whatever. End phase, so juicy to me. I will gladly add to end phase under 170. I would add big if it went back under 150, but I don't, that was May. That was April. That's when we had big pain. A little bit, let's see what the S&P is doing right now. I'm okay with hedge funds losing money. I think everybody is. Jess, oh, thanks, Jess. I love the stocks course. I learned how to change the way I view money and even my. Oh, wow. Thank you for that. Dad bod. It's worth it for lifetime membership at that discount. I signed up about a month ago. Y'all so nice. Thank you. Thanks for being members. API. So API. Okay, this is an interesting one. API has gotten beat to death. And it's really a sort of Clubhouse has lost some enthusiasm. A little bit of a recovery now, but still on a rough trend here. Who's this? Hold on, this is interesting. Hold on, let's look at this together briefly here. Surging inflation is creating a conundrum for the Federal Reserve. Economist Rubini cautioned Wednesday, adding that spiking prices will persist. Okay, good one. With demand soaring and resulting supply and bottlenecks are lighting a fire under prices, although Fed insists it's transitory. Rubini, also known as Dr. Doom for his gloomy economic predictions, warned that the central bank won't be able to tighten monetary policy to slow down the overheating economic growth. I'm on the side of those who believe the rise in inflation is not going to be temporary. It's going to be more persistent. I don't believe it. That's fine. I respect it. It's always there. You know what? See, the thing is, you gotta have people believing that inflation is going to be really high, so that way you can get some more discounts. Yeah. No. So some people are like, oh, I should sell the private live streams only. I can't. I can't do that because I would have to charge monthly for it. And then you'd be paying way more. After like 3 or 4 months, you'd be paying way more. You're better off just buying the course and then not having to pay monthly. And especially since I'm really opposed to monthly fees, it'd be like counter. The exception of small ones like the YouTube membership here. But someone pay like $50-$100 a month. Why? Well, you're better off just buy it once and then you profit. Minimize those monthly fees. All right. AMC now down about 3.5%. We've got, and we'll talk more in the course member live stream. We'll talk more about my AMC options from this morning. We did a fancy strategy. Not really that fancy, but it is cool. So we'll talk about that. Look at all these spark lines going down. Look at all of this, all of them down. Arcimoto, Cost, AMC, Wish, Electromechanica, Anfaith, all of them down. This is a lot of down. These spark lines are rough right now. What's happening? And then over here, we're not really having runs. No, Arrival's running. Arrival's going to run to 20. Freaking Trade Desk. So happy we bought that. But now I wish I bought more. The classic problem. But I still can. Okay, so the growth that's moving is holding. Invitae, Moderna, Redfin, Peloton. Peloton back to 120. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I got a big position over here. Woo! That's good. Pembroke Jones. Courses, education. I write it off as an expense. This is true. A lot of there are even CPAs in the course, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm writing it off." Like it makes sense. Against either your real estate profits or your stock profits, whatever. We will feel the inflation over the next 18 months. Well, what do you call what we're feeling now? We're got the inflation's here now, not next year. Jesse, stop. All right. Oh my gosh, absolutely write it off. Oh, well, thanks, Jesse. Okay. Let's do a quick look at BTC and stocks rally. Yeah. And I want to look at the SPY as well. Oh, Torch just pushed up again, 16%. Special div today. So you got rationale for people freaking out on the upside here today. That makes sense. Look at SPY's flat, and that's I think because you have this sort of tear where it's like, are we going up? Are we going down? Trade desk though, my goodness. At the same time as AMC is consolidating a little bit down here, I think until we get volume back, we're going to be channeled. And I say this is not a bad thing, but the short interest went down today. We are going to be channeled until we get a big catalyst mover for AMC. And so if that lasts 2 weeks or 2 days, we got to pay very, very close attention to AMC. We're going to be watching this. That's why I like to keep it up. So we're going to be watching this very closely. Okay, we have API at 849, skills, fleet, Excel. Skills still moving to the upside here at 6% now. Zillow, CRISPR, Bitcoin. Tesla 680. Oh, let's go. It went up to 682 there for a moment. Nice. Come on. The next level for Tesla is like 710. Yeah, here 709. Previously drew this over here. It's a little weak. We'll see how that tests. These have tested well frequently. So we'll see how this develops. This is a very good trend. Great breakout. Really nice breakout here. I like this. Very, very excited about this, especially since I got some options that I got to turn into shares. So that's exciting. Trade desk continuing its run. Go into the minute chart here. We got it on both sides here. Trade desk continuing to move. Skills, arrival. Ooh, nice curve on arrival. Hold on. Yeah, we're on the minute chart. Wow. Let's look at TradingView. Okay, let's look over here. So Workhorse is channeling to the downside. Good thing we didn't go for a trade here. We saw the opening. The opening was way too weak. We have, let's see if there are any signals on AMC. Didn't get a sell signal. We are in the lower reversal. We were trading within the lower reversal band. Just got out of it. Trade desk. Let's see what they're saying here. Upstart. Take a look at that. Let's get Tesla to meme again. Make Tesla a meme again. Yeah, no, Tesla trading also within Bansi. This is good. This is actually a very bullish trajectory for Tesla. I like this. Sorry, I'm not Trade Desk now. Trade Desk, sorry. That is a good Upstart. Upstart can't stop, won't stop. Nice explosion here. Back to 132. Ooh, big. It's heavily in the reversal bands right now, but it did have a volume spike. Strong volume spike. And I think we already looked at AMC. Let's look at Clove. How's Clove doing? Clove also trending down, losing volume. No, look, they called the sell here, and they were right about that. They're not always right. Neo, just strong indicators. Okay, I'm curious about C3AI and skills. And then how's this doing? So 134 on Cardano. Down from that 138 we saw this morning, but that's okay. We got skills. Yeah, good mover here. I do wonder what it's saying for Rite Aid, pattern-wise. pattern wise and beyond. Let's take a peek. Oh, yep. No indicator here. Yeah. Okay. Wide bands. All right. Let's look at beyond. Do you think we're going into bull trap? No, this is a rotation. This is an inflation rotation. Hey, it rhymes. The inflation rotation. I like it. Tequila bodies are empty. Time to rally. No kidding. No kidding. Make Tesla again. It's the most expensive one. Joseph. I don't even know if I need it. Okay. Yeah, if you like TradingView, type in metkevin.com/trading. Boom. All right. Back to Webull. Dude, Trade Desk. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's doing so well. That's good. Okay, let me see. Do you get a bigger discount if you buy more than one course? Yeah, if you go to the meetkevin.teachable.com website, you see all the you should see the bundles. Look at all the bundles. And then you'll see that. Wow, Trade Desk position. I wish I bought more. It's up 41% since I bought it. Oh my gosh. That's cool. Okay. CRISPR. Wow, it's growth. It's the growth cycle. We did our buying. I'll nibble on leftover growth though. Leftover growth that hasn't run yet. Then that's not going to be beyond me. That's going to be like end phase. Ubiquity. Oh, Ubiquity's going to break under 300 again. They got really beat up with lawsuit talk here. Yeah, the lawsuit talk really just... So, one to pay attention to. Especially if it breaks under 300 again. How low did we go? What, like 250? No, 270. Oh, we only went to about 270. That's right. Delta, Microvision rotating down at 17. Spirit, Solar Edge. It's another decent one here. Although Tesla just dropped them for inverters. Win, staying away from. We just dumped the SoFi option. We did that yesterday in the course. We got, what do we have here? Matterport's flat. We do have a merger coming up. Etsy, pretty much flat at 180 again. Oh, man. Build-A-Bear's just killed it. Neo 45.58 pulled back slightly. Big Digital sitting at 1.3. Coinbase 227. EXPI. Watching EXPI and Coinbase. Shift, Walmart, Target, Pinterest up again. It's all growth. It's incredible. Although you do have Dave & Buster's up here at up 1%. GameStop, PayPal. GameStop 1.5%. Nice. DocuSign still pushing. Oh my gosh, it's going to be over 300 soon. This is going to be the biggest growth explosion. Oh my gosh, Tesla's almost at 4%. It's the growth rotation. It's here. I think it could hit some speed bumps. It will hit speed bumps. But between now and the next 6 months, part of me is looking at the portfolio going, what last buys do I want to do? Oh, thanks, Joseph. Check DBG. I don't know what that is. Thoughts on Rite Aid? No, it's staying away from the recoveries. I don't know anything about that South African Amazon or whatever. Shrinkflation already happening at a store near you. Old news. Can I write it as a tax write-off? Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Alex. Yeah. Tendies are cooking. Yeah, I don't know. Total rotation. Look at. I know Diz has been getting smacked. It's, killing me. I mean, I'm not in Disney, but like I love Disney. Actually, no, I have do I have a little? I think I still have a little bit. I don't have a lot in Disney. Whatever I have. I don't know if I got rid of that when I got rid of all my recoveries though, because I finished closing out all my recoveries. But yeah, look at that downtrend. It's not to say it can't break out. Maybe it will. We'll see. How much of my portfolio is currently cash? 0. I'd be going into margin if I were to buy right now. I'm pretty much all invested. Ah, 2 comma popper. Thanks for that. Kevin and April, stay in growth. No one listens. Kevin and June, stay in growth. Oh my gosh. Thank you. It's true. I mean, look, when tech stocks are going down, it's same thing with ARK. Of course, ARK has been on a run over the last couple of weeks because we are seeing a rotation back to tech. And of course, when tech is in the toilet, everybody wants to make fun of Kevin and Kathy. And it's like, whatever, fine, make fun of us. It's time to reload the shotgun. Buy more, buy. So again, expect speed bumps, but this is great. This is phenomenal. I'm going to run over to the course member live stream right now. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Folks, we'll see you in the next live stream. Let's go talk about those AMC options because I think there's some confusion. Let's go. Thanks. Bye.